Have you noticed this? Two people can face the same problem. One panics, overreacts, loses control. The other stays calm, thinks clearly, and somehow comes out on top. That difference isn't confidence, it isn't luck, and it definitely isn't IQ. It's thinking habits. And today I'm going to break down 5 mental habits smart people use every day, often without realizing it. If you learn even one of these, how you handle stress, conflict, and decisions will change fast. Most people think intelligence means knowing more facts, more answers, more opinions. But that's surface-level smart. Real intelligence shows up under pressure, when things don't go your way, when emotions are high, when everyone else is reacting. Smart people don't think harder, they think differently. Here's how. 1. They don't chase being right. Most arguments aren't about truth, they're about ego. Someone disagrees and immediately defenses go up, voices rise, listening stops. Smart people don't play that game. Instead of arguing, they slow things down. They ask real questions like, "Walk me through how you got there. What made that stand out to you?" They're not trying to win, they're trying to understand. And here's the irony. The moment you stop fighting to be right, people become more open to your perspective. 2. They zoom out when emotions zoom in. A single mistake ruins most people's day. One bad comment sticks in their head for weeks. One failure becomes a personal label. Smart people step back, like pulling a camera away from the scene. They don't ask, "Why did this happen to me?" They ask, "What does this mean long term?" A bad result becomes feedback. A setback becomes data. A rejection becomes information. When you stop treating every moment like a final judgment, problems turn into patterns. And patterns can be adjusted. 3. They filter their attention aggressively. Here's a hard truth. Most people are exhausted from things they can't control. People's opinions, possible future problems, mood swings that aren't theirs. People run everything through one question. Is this something I can influence? If the answer's no, they let it go. Not emotionally, mentally. They redirect energy toward choices they can make, effort they can give, actions that actually move outcomes. This alone gives them a massive advantage because they're not drained before the work even begins. 4. They treat silence like a weapon. Awkward silence scares most people. So they rush to fill it, over-explain, talk past their own point. Smart people are comfortable waiting. They pause before responding. They let conversations breathe. They don't interrupt momentum. And something interesting happens. Silence makes people lean in. Measured words sound stronger. Listening builds respect without force. You don't sound smarter by saying more. You sound smarter by saying less, but better. Try this once. Pause 2 seconds before responding. Watch how the room changes. 5. They pause before reacting. This is the habit that ties everything together. Most people react instantly. Emotion first, thought later, if ever. Smart people insert a pause, even a small one. Something annoying happens. Pause. Something unfair is said. Pause. Something unexpected hits. Pause. That space is power. In that moment, they choose response over reaction, calm over chaos, strategy over impulse. They're not passive, they're deliberate. And the person who stays grounded while others lose control, that person always wins in the long run. So here's the real takeaway. You don't need to be louder. You don't need a perfect memory. You don't need impressive credentials. Intelligence isn't about knowing everything. It's about handling moments well. Asking instead of arguing. Zooming out instead of panicking. Focusing only where effort counts. using silence with purpose, pausing before reacting. Most people won't do this. They'll stay reactive, overwhelmed, emotion-driven. But if you practice these habits, you'll notice something shift. People listen more. Decisions feel clearer. Pressure stops controlling you. Now here's what I want you to do. Don't try all 5 at once. Pick one habit and practice it this week. If this kind of thinking helps you, subscribe and turn on notifications. I post videos like this regularly. And tell me in the comments, which habit are you starting with? I read every comment. Think better, respond smarter, and I'll see you in the next video.